The end of a very big era is approaching in EastEnders, as Mick Carter is set to leave the show. It was confirmed on Saturday, January 8, that star Danny Dyer would exit the soap at the end of his current contract. Danny was reportedly offered a six-figure deal for an upcoming Sky drama, which is said to have been instrumental in his decision to leave the long-running soap. A spokesperson for EastEnders confirmed Danny's departure, telling metro.co.uk, Danny will be leaving EastEnders when his contract comes to an end later this year. Danny has made Mick Carter an iconic character which we shall always be grateful for, however we won't be saying goodbye just yet as there's still quite some time, and plenty of explosive drama for Mick, to come before he departs Walford. No, you're crying. Danny will remain on our screens for quite some time before exiting the show, and there will be more drama to come for the Carter clan ahead of his departure. But the question is, what will lead to Mick leaving Walford once and for all? Mick has forged quite a friendship with Janine since he returned to the square last year. Janine, however, wants much more than just friendship from him, and therefore she's been meddling in his marriage, and successfully split him from Linda. While Mick is very much the object of her affection right now, will she soon turn her attention to getting her hands on a Vic? The soap's resident schemer has long wanted to run the pub, largely due to the power such a position holds within the community, but also because the boozer has sentimental value for her, as it reminds her of her dad Frank, who was memorably landlord with wife Pat during the late 80s. Will Janine therefore make it her mission to steal the Vic from Mick? If so, Mick might decide that he's got nothing left to stay in Walford for, especially if his marriage to Linda is truly over. Mick and Linda have been through a lot together, but in spite of everything, they've always come back stronger. That is, until now. The couple are currently living apart, and with Linda's alcoholism having relapsed, divorce proceedings are underway. Will the unthinkable transpire this time, as the couple go through with their divorce? If so, this could very well be the catalyst that sets in motion Mick's exit. It would take a lot for Mick to leave his family behind, but perhaps he will decide to do so in order to visit other members of his clan who no longer live in Walford. Johnny, who was last seen in the square in 2018, is thought to be living in Manchester, working for a law firm. Could Mick leave the square to go and live with his son? The landlord is also very close to other son Lee, who has made sporadic appearances in the show since departing in 2017. Maybe Mick will be tempted to pay him a visit, given that the last time they saw one another, he was going through a tough time. It has long been established that Mick's dream is to own his own pub. That dream was realized in 2013 when he and Linda bought the Vic. But with Walford having brought heartache and devastation to his door over the course of the past decade, perhaps he will decide it's time to move on? His marriage is currently on the rocks, with he and Linda going through divorce proceedings, so perhaps the patriarch of the Carter clan will decide to pursue a new dream, or at the very least ownership of a pub elsewhere? In a black cab? It's almost an EastEnders rite of passage for a series star to leave in the back of a black cab, and given how iconic Mick has become since joining the show 9 years ago, this would certainly be a fitting farewell for the legend. Regardless of what his reasons for leaving Walford are, a black cab exit would certainly be a perfect way to write him out. No, you're crying at the thought of it. In a body bag? The Grim Reaper visits Walford rather frequently these days, so with Mick set to leave the show, one can't help but wonder if he'll be killed off? It seems unlikely somehow, given that the character is one of the most recognizable in the show's 37-year history. One would hope that the door would be left open for Danny to reprise the role later down the line, should he desire to. But EastEnders is often unpredictable, so perhaps a tragic end shouldn't be ruled out just yet. Regardless of how Mick actually leaves, a character as iconic as he is worthy of a Julia's theme, or a Peggy's theme, to accompany to his final moments. In fact, the landlord's exit must consist of the melancholic iteration of the soap's signature tune.